Be me, 37, VP of Sales Operations. Work at Tech Sales Solutions, enterprise software company. We sell SaaS products to Fortune 500 companies. Big deals, long sales cycles, complex negotiations. $500 million annual revenue, 200-person sales team. Been here 8 years, worked my way up from sales analyst. My job is managing the compensation structure. Commission plans, quota setting, performance tracking. Our model is pretty standard for enterprise sales. You get base salary plus commission. Commission has no limit. Top performers can make serious money. Our best guy, Mike, cleared $780,000 last year. $120,000 base, $660,000 in commission. He earned it, closed $3.8 million in new business. We have about 10 salespeople at that elite level. They're monsters, absolute killers. Each one handles $2 to $5 million in annual quota. Combined, top 10 generate about 65% of company revenue. Rest of sales team is good, but not at that tier. Mix of mid-level and junior reps. This model has worked for 12 years. Company's grown from $20 million to $500 million revenue, all fueled by competitive commission structure. Attract top talent, pay them what they earn. Simple, effective, profitable. Then 4 months ago, company hired new chief people officer. Woman named Rebecca. She's 42, came from HR consulting. Big on diversity and equity initiatives. First day, she sends company-wide email. Excited to build a more equitable workplace. I'm thinking, okay, normal HR stuff. Didn't realize what was coming. Rebecca's first month, she's doing analysis. Reviewing compensation data across the company. Engineering, product sales, everyone. Specifically looking at pay gaps by gender. She presents findings to executive team. I'm in a meeting, CEO, CFO, all VPs. Rebecca shows slides. Compensation inequity analysis. First slide, company-wide average pay by gender. Men average $95,000. Women average $78,000. 17% gap. Rebecca, this is unacceptable. Shows systemic bias. CFO, what's the breakdown by role? Rebecca, that's not the point. The gap exists. We need to close it. I raise my hand. Sales skews this heavily. Our top earners are mostly men, mostly commission. Rebecca, exactly the problem I'm highlighting. Sales compensation structure creates discriminatory outcomes. Me, they're paid on performance, it's merit-based. Rebecca, merit-based systems can perpetuate existing biases. CEO, what are you proposing? Rebecca, I'm working on recommendations. We'll present comprehensive equity plan next month. Meeting ends. I'm concerned but not panicking yet. Month later, Rebecca presents her plan. Equity-based compensation restructuring. Focuses heavily on sales team. Shows data. Top 10 earners, all men. Top 20 earners, 18 men, 2 women. Top 50 earners, 43 men, 7 women. Rebecca, this demonstrates clear gender disparity. Me, because our top performers happen to be men. We hire based on performance, promote. Based on results. Rebecca, results-based systems favor masculine traits. Aggression, self-promotion, risk-taking. We need to restructure to value different contributions. CFO, what does restructuring look like? Rebecca unveils the policy. Performance bonus cap and redistribution. All performance bonuses capped at $100,000 annually. Any commission above that gets pooled, redistributed equally to bottom 50% of performers. Closing the earnings gap through structural equity. I'm staring at this presentation in disbelief. Our top guy makes $660,000 in commission. Under this plan, he'd make $100,000 max. His extra $560,000 goes to underperformers. Me, this will destroy our sales team. Top performers will leave immediately. Rebecca, if their only motivation is money, we don't want them. Me, sales is about money. That's how it works. People go into sales to earn commissions. Rebecca, that's the toxic culture we're changing. We want collaborative team players, not lone wolves. CEO, what about revenue impact? Me, catastrophic. Our top 10 will quit. They generate 65% of our revenue. CFO, can we phase this in gradually? Rebecca, gradual change allows resistance to build. We need decisive action to show commitment. CEO's on the fence, looking at the numbers. Rebecca plays her card. Board has asked us to address DEI metrics. This shows concrete action on pay equity, demonstrates leadership in workplace fairness. CEO, let me think about it. Week later, decision comes down. Policy approved, effective next quarter. I'm told to implement it. Restructure all commission plans by January 1st. Current date is December, announcement in 2 weeks. I go to CEO privately. This is a mistake. We'll lose everyone. CEO, Rebecca has board support. They want to see us leading on equity issues. Stock price will benefit from positive ESG coverage. Me, stock price will collapse when revenue disappears. CEO, you're being dramatic. Good salespeople care about more than money. I try one more time. Mike made $780,000 last year. You're capping him at $100,000. He'll walk and take his $3.8 million book of business with him. CEO, if he's really that good, he'll stay for the mission. I give up. CEO's made his decision. December 15th, company all-hands meeting. Rebecca presents the new compensation structure. Equity-based performance rewards. Explains the $100,000 cap, the redistribution. Frames it as team success over individual achievement. Sales team is silent. Faces are blank. After the meeting, my phone explodes. Text from every top performer. Is this real? Are they serious? Did I just take a $500,000 pay cut? I meet with the top 10 individually. First is Mike, our number one. He's been here 9 years. I made $780,000 last year. Now, I make $100,000. Me. Plus base, so $220,000 total. Mike, I was making $900,000 total. You're cutting my comp by 75%. Me, I fought this, CEO. Approved it anyway. Mike, I have recruiters calling me weekly, offering guaranteed $500,000 base, uncapped commission. I stay because I liked it here. I built this territory. But you just made it economically insane to stay. Me, I know I'm sorry. Mike, don't be sorry, I'm leaving. Giving my notice tomorrow. Same conversation repeats with number 2, number 3, number 4. All of them are gone within a week. They've been getting recruited forever. Always said no because they were making bank here. Now, there's no reason to stay. By December 20th, I have 7 resignations. Top 7 performers, all quitting. Combined, they handle $22 million in annual quota. That's 44% of company revenue. And they're taking their clients with them. In enterprise sales, relationships matter more than company. Clients trust their rep, not the organization. When rep leaves, clients often follow. Christmas week, the exodus accelerates. Number 8, number 9, number 10 all resign. Now entire top 10 is gone, plus 3 more from the top 20. 13 resignations in 2 weeks. Rebecca's response in leadership meeting. This is natural turnover. We'll backfill. Me? With who? These are elite performers. Takes years to develop this level of skill. Rebecca will promote from within. Give opportunities to overlooked talent. Me? Our mid-tier reps can't close these deals. Fortune 500 enterprise sales requires specific expertise. Rebecca, that's limiting belief. We'll provide training and support. CFO is finally getting nervous. What's the revenue impact projection? We just lost $30 million in annual quota coverage. Best case, we backfill 40% of that. We're looking at $18 million revenue loss. CFO, for the year. Me, for Q1 alone. Gets worse as client relationships deteriorate. CEO, let's see how Q1 goes before panicking. January, new compensation structure goes live. Mid-tier reps are confused. They didn't ask for redistribution. Actually uncomfortable getting money they didn't earn. One tells me, I made $140,000 last year. Now I'm making $180,000. But I'm doing the same work, closing the same deals. This doesn't feel right. Junior reps are happy at first, making $20,000 more through redistribution. But then reality hits. Client calls start coming in. Where's Mike? I want to talk to Mike. He left? Where'd he go? Clients follow Mike to his new company. Same with the other top performers. They all went to competitors, took their relationships, their expertise, their books of business. By end of January, we've lost $8 million in revenue. Clients canceling contracts, moving to other vendors. February, it gets worse. Mid-tier reps start leaving now. They see top performers making $1 million plus at competitor firms. Realize the cap affects them too as they grow. Why would I build a big territory here if I'm capped at $100,000? 7 more resignations in February. We're hemorrhaging talent. Sales team down from 200 to 165 in 2 months. March, board meeting. CFO presents Q1 projections. Revenue down 52% versus Q1 last year, from $125 million to $60 million. Board is furious. What happened? CEO, sales team turnover, we're rebuilding. Board member, why the turnover? CEO hesitates, Rebecca jumps in. We implemented equity-based compensation. Some high earners chose to leave. Board member, some? How many? Me. 23 people, including our entire top tier. Board member, Jesus, and you let this happen? CEO, it was part of our DEI initiative. Board member, DEI doesn't mean destroying revenue. Who approved this? CEO, I did, based on Rebecca's recommendation. Another board member, can we reverse it? Me, the people are gone, they're not coming back. They're making more at competitors now. Board member, so we just lost half our revenue permanently? Me, unless we can rebuild the team, which takes 3 to 5 years for enterprise sales expertise. Board goes into executive session. Kick all management out. Hour later, we're called back in. Board chair, effective immediately, Rebecca is terminated. Compensation structure is being reverted. CEO is on notice. 1 more quarter like this and you're out. Rebecca tries to argue. This is retaliation for implementing equity policies. Board chair, this is consequence for destroying company value. Stock is down 47% since January. You cost us $250 million in market cap. Rebecca, you're prioritizing profit over people. Board chair, we're prioritizing 2,000 jobs over your ideology. You're done. Security will escort you out. She's gone that afternoon. I'm put in charge of emergency recovery plan. April, I'm trying to salvage what's left. Revert to old commission structure. Uncapped bonuses, competitive rates. Try to recruit back the people who left. Mike responds to my email. I'm making $1.2 million at my new company. Have equity, better support, happier clients. Why would I come back? I try. New compensation structure. You make $1 million plus again. Mike, I don't trust it. You changed it once. What stops you from changing it again? He's right. Trust is broken. Same response from everyone else. They're not coming back. Try to recruit external candidates. Word's gotten around in the industry. Tech sales cap commissions. Lost whole team. Nobody wants to join a company known for screwing salespeople. We're toxic in the recruitment market. April 15th, today. Q1 results are finalized. Revenue, $58 million. Down 54% year over year. Q2 is tracking even worse. Lost another $12 million in client cancellations. Stock price down 64% from December. Company valuation dropped from $2.8 billion to $1 billion. Layoffs announced, 600 people. Engineering, product, support, operations. All because sales can't generate revenue. CEO forced to resign. Board brings in turnaround specialist. His assessment. Company is unsalvageable. Lost too much talent, too many clients. Recommend acquisition or wind down. Acquisition talks begin. Private equity firm offers $400 million. That's $2.4 billion less than December valuation. Board has no choice, has to take it. Deal closes in June. Tech Sales Solutions ceases to exist. Absorbed into acquirer's portfolio. Most remaining employees laid off. I survived the acquisition, barely. New. Role is smaller, different company culture. But I'm employed, which is more than most. I think about Rebecca's presentation. That December meeting where she unveiled the plan. Closing the earnings gap through structural equity. She closed the gap, all right, by destroying the company. Top earners made $0 after they left. Bottom earners made $0 after layoffs. Perfect equity, everyone equally unemployed. The irony is the policy hurt everyone it was meant to help. Junior salespeople who got redistributed bonuses. Laid off when company collapsed. Made an extra $40,000 for 2 months. Then lost their jobs permanently. Women in sales who were supposed to benefit. Also laid off, no jobs to promote into. The only winners were our competitors. They got our top talent, our clients, our market share. One competitor's CEO sent a thank you card. Thank for the early Christmas present. Your top team is now our top team. I heard Mike's doing great. Just bought a house in Malibu. Making $1.5 million this year. Good for him, he deserves it. He worked his ass off, earned every dollar, then got punished for being too successful. The other top performers are thriving too, all making more than they did here. All happier, more respected. Meanwhile, the people Rebecca was trying to help lost everything. 2,000 employees gone because we decided earnings inequality was worse than no earnings at all. Rebecca's on LinkedIn now. Equity and inclusion consultant, helping organizations build fair compensation structures. Her bio mentions her pioneering work in pay equity. No mention of tech sales. No mention of the $2.4 billion in destroyed value. No mention of 2,000 lost jobs. Just celebrates her bold leadership in challenging systemic inequities. She's getting hired by other companies. Probably going to do the same thing. Destroy their sales teams in the name of equity. Watch them collapse under revenue loss. Then move on to the next company. Calling it leadership. I saw her speak at a conference last month. Topic: disrupting traditional compensation models. She talked about tech sales as a success story. Challenged entrenched pay inequities. Faced resistance from those benefiting from the system. Sometimes change requires courage. I want to stand up and yell. You destroyed a $2.8 billion company. Put 2,000 people out of work. Lost $500 million in revenue. But what's the point? She's not going to acknowledge failure. In her mind, she was right. The market was wrong. The board was wrong. The salespeople were wrong. Everyone was wrong except her. That's how ideology works. When reality contradicts it, reality must be wrong, not the ideology. Looking back at December, when CEO approved the policy, I knew it would fail. Told him explicitly, top performers will leave, revenue will collapse. He didn't listen. Chose positive ESG coverage over business fundamentals. Thought good. Salespeople would stay for the mission. Turns out good salespeople stay for money. That's why they're in sales. If they wanted to work for fulfillment, they'd be teachers or social workers. They're in sales to earn commissions. That's not greedy, that's the job. And when you cap their earnings, they leave. Simple economics. Supply and demand. Top sales talent is rare. Companies that pay the most get the best. We decided to pay less, so the best went elsewhere. And we collapsed. Feminist HR blocked male performance bonuses, leading to the departure of every top salesperson. $2.4 billion in value destroyed. 2,000 jobs lost. Company acquired for pennies on the dollar. All to close an earnings gap. That existed because some people were better at their jobs than others. And now everyone's equal. Equally unemployed. Perfect equity at the cost of everything. I ran into one of the mid-tier reps last week. Guy named Chris. He was making $140,000 before the policy. Got bumped to $180,000 through redistribution. Then laid off in April when company collapsed. He's working at a car dealership now. selling Hondas for $65,000 a year. Asked him, "You doing okay?" Chris, "Not really, lost my house. Mortgage was based on $140,000 income. Couldn't keep up payments on unemployment." Me, "I'm sorry, I tried to stop it." Chris, "I know you did. Weird thing is, I didn't want that extra money. Felt wrong, getting bonuses I didn't earn. But Rebecca said it was about fairness." Me, "How'd that fairness work out?" Chris, "I'm selling Hondas, and she's a consultant making $300,000. Real fair." He's not bitter at me, bitter at the situation. Got used as a pawn in someone's ideology, then discarded when it failed. The two women who were in the top 20. Both resigned too. Everyone forgets that. Sarah was number 14, made $340,000 in 2024. Left in January for a competitor. I asked her before she left. Policy was supposed to help women. Sarah, "I don't need help. I need to get paid what I earn. Capping my bonus at $100,000 isn't helping me. It's insulting, like I can't compete with the men." Me, "That's not what Rebecca meant." Sarah, "I don't care what she meant. I care that I'm losing $240,000 because of her ideology. I'm going where they'll pay me $500,000. She's at a competitor now, crushing it. Making $600,000 this year, promoted to VP. The other woman, Jennifer, same story. Left in February, thriving elsewhere. The policy didn't help women. It hurt everyone, men and women alike. Anyone who was good at sales got screwed. Gender didn't matter. Performance did, and the policy punished performance. I looked up what happened to the bottom performers, the ones who got redistributed bonuses. None of them are at tech sales anymore, company's gone. Tracked down a few on LinkedIn. Most unemployed or underemployed. One's doing customer service at a call center. Another went back to school. Third is between opportunities for 8 months. They got an extra $20,000 to $40,000 for 2 months, then lost their jobs permanently. Net result, worse off than if nothing had changed. Rebecca's entire premise was helping them, redistributing from top performers to support the team. She didn't support them. She destroyed their jobs, used them as justification for a policy. That benefited nobody, except her consulting career. What kills me is this will happen again. Rebecca's out there right now, pitching the same policy to other companies. Equity-based compensation restructuring. Some CEO will buy it. Want good ESG scores, want to look progressive. Will implement the same cap. Will lose their top talent. Will watch revenue collapse. And Rebecca will move on to the next one, leaving destruction in her wake. Calling it progress. I've thought about writing a case study. How we destroyed a $2.8 billion company in 4 months. Warning other organizations. But who would listen? The people who need to hear it are the ones who think they're smarter than the market. Think they can rewrite human incentives. Think ideology trumps economics. They won't listen until it's too late. Just like our CEO didn't listen until the board fired him. And by then the damage was done. Sometimes I wonder what would have happened if Rebecca had just left it alone. If she'd focused on actual problems, real discrimination, real barriers to entry, instead of manufacturing inequity from merit. We'd still be a $2.8 billion company. Still growing, still hiring. Those 2,000 people would still have jobs. Those top performers would still be here, making their millions, earning every dollar. And the mid-tier reps would still be learning from them, building their skills, growing their careers, eventually becoming top performers themselves. That's how sales works. You learn from the best. You work your way up. You earn your success. But Rebecca wanted equal outcomes, without equal inputs. Wanted everyone to make the same, regardless of what they produced. And when top producers left, there was nothing left to redistribute. Everyone got equal shares of nothing. That's equity, when you destroy the foundation in the name of fairness. Feminist HR blocked male performance bonuses, led to departure of every top salesperson. And now we're all experts in how not to run a company the hard way.